They only see what you let them see. You're the nice one, the reliable one. Everyone thinks you're doing fine, and you are fine. But when someone tries to get close, something in you just pushes them away. You just create distance. It's like you're wearing a mask and you don't even realize it. This is the operator, mode 3 in the survival modality. And I'm going to show you exactly why your nervous system does this. When we're treating ADHD, we think about the prefrontal cortex right here. Thinking, planning, organizing. That's the real you. In the middle of our brain down to our brainstem. That's our midbrain. That's where we get the survival mode. First, you need to understand something. The parents and adults in the room always set the tone. The kids, well, they just have to deal with it. Just think of it like a beehive. The queen is in charge of the hive. The worker bees, they just have a job to do. The queen isn't just raising a bunch of little baby bees to talk about their big bee emotions. They need to stay functional. And if they function well, the colony stays safe. Every last bumblebee survives. So here's your beehive. You got your big old queen bee right there, and the little bee has all these big emotions, but there's no time for that. You just gotta get working. You gotta become a worker bee. That's the conditions that put your nervous system in operator mode. Be useful. Keep things running smoothly. And it worked. For the operator, safety is all about function. Show up, get the job done. You learned early, when I do my part without complaining, things go smoothly. But emotions, those caused problems. They made things messy. So you locked them away and put on a mask. This was how you stayed safe. It's baby bee. Just a baby has all these emotions. You can't have those, because if you do, mama bee ain't gonna like that. But what if you get rid of emotions? Take path B. Get rid of those pesky emotions, and the hive is all good. Mama bee, she's very happy now. Let me show you what this looks like in the real world. Your employee of the month. You're the person people can count on. Your bosses? Well, they're impressed. Your coworkers? They're a little intimidated at first, but once they work up the courage to connect, you're the one they confide in. Other people, they get all caught up in their feelings, but not you, because you show up and get the job done. It all comes natural. But then something happens. There's a new hire, and they're completely toxic. They've been talking in the break room about how you've been cold, and they gossip with your coworkers. At first, you don't care. Let them talk. It doesn't hurt, and you wouldn't show it anyway if it did, but it escalates. They corner you in the break room. Did I do something wrong? And you're just like, hold on, I don't have a problem. Everyone can tell. You've been cold. Your nervous system starts firing up a little bit. This is emotional. This is confrontation. This requires you to defend yourself and explain yourself. Show up emotionally. And you can't do it. So what happens? You shut down. You create distance. Maybe you just quit and say, I was looking for a better job anyway. And not because you really dislike them, but because your nervous system associated function with safety, and they're getting in the way of all that. Conflict creates vulnerability, and vulnerability is not an option. So you push, create distance, and everyone thinks you're cold. But really, you're just protecting yourself the only way you know how. Is this hitting home? Then go ahead and hit that like button right now. When you were growing up, the queen bee dynamic was real. Maybe it was a loud, narcissistic mother who demanded all the attention, who needed the entire household to be revolving around her emotions, and there was no room for yours. Maybe it was a family that rewarded productivity and punished emotional expression. Whatever it was, the message was clear. Your emotions were the problem. Your job is to function, stay useful, and you did it because you had to. That's how you survived. Your nervous system locked it in. Function equals safety. Feeling equals threat. Mask stays on. Here's what this costs you. Relationships that never get deep. People think they know you, but they don't. You're great at surface level, but when someone wants more, you disappear. And then you shut down when things get real. You don't even know who you are without the mask. So what do you do about it? Before you can learn to be vulnerable with anybody else, you need to learn to become vulnerable with yourself first. Sit alone. No busy tasks. Just you, and ask yourself, how do I feel really right now? Feel something without the need to fix it. Sit with sadness. Sit with anxiety. Your nervous system needs to learn that feelings aren't going to destroy you. When you feel the urge to create distance, quit the job, end the relationship, move to a different town, pull back, pause, and ask yourself, Do I feel like I really need to do this right now? If the answer is yes, then you know it's an automatic, involuntary response, which is taking you back to a different time in your life. Recognizing that we're triggered is a really great opportunity to shift our focus to what we're feeling, to experience self-regulation and de-escalation that we never knew was possible when we were growing up and around people that we had to sacrifice a part of ourselves for. If you're in operator mode, I see you. You had to choose function over feeling to remain dependent. You had to wear a mask to hide the real you, a child that needed to be reassured, comforted, and cared for. You've been saying I'm fine for far too long, and you don't have to hide behind a mask anymore. If you know someone who's great on the surface but emotionally unavailable, share this video with them. They need to hear this. And if you want to watch my video on charmer mode, I got that for you right here. And go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to keep receiving practical strategies from a nurse practitioner that won't sell you short.